Hello, I am HQ of HQ Reacts. If you have made it this far and you're not subscribed, please hit the like button and subscribe and share. If you find me on other social media platforms, please follow me. And you might find me on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube. Hey, this is HQ. HQ up in the house. Last night was the first time I had ever seen this statue, really thought about it, seen it, because there's so many weird things that go on in this country these days. I didn't think anything of it, but I saw it. When I saw it for the first time, and then I looked at the stand, look at the height, look at the overall aesthetic. I was like, okay. I was at peace with that. The look, the place where it was at, how it resonated with me. Because I see those people every day. See those women every day. Talk to those women in my family. And I thought, it was a good thing. I get it. There's a lot of people on this planet, are uncomfortable when they see somebody that's different from them, who see somebody in a totally different light than I do. I see the beauty in all human beings. Big, small, little, ugly, black, white, it doesn't matter. I see you. Every person on this planet brings gifts and ideas and desires to the table. Every person, however big or small. And when I saw this woman, I was like, okay, that's a representation of us as black women. You may not like it, you may not. Well, why did they put her there? Why did they do what they did? There's no rhyme or reason for the way they did it. That's how, see, there's beauty in creation too. And people don't get that. They just get, she isn't what I want to represent me. So therefore, why did they put her out there? She is a representation of black people to a certain extent, because we always hear that stereotype. 80% of black women are overweight. Okay, so here's your overweight, beautiful, black, thick woman. I don't understand that. But people, and nevertheless, people got outraged when they saw it, right? And last night we were having a discussion on a panel, and it was like, why was I the only person in that whole establishment didn't get the fact that here she stands? Only thing I thought to myself was, here she stands. Right or wrong, big or small, here she stands. Now she is being seen. Because sometimes when you look at something, you begin to see the beauty in it. You begin to see the normality in it, right? And I said to myself, why would people dislike that statue? But it had to be a variety of reasons. It had to be, first and foremost, it had to be because of the aesthetic. Unfamiliar or non-relational, traditional style. I mean, the statue featured, exaggerated proportions of her body, her feature, the bold poise that she has, that she's standing there with. I mean, it challenges, the classic look of beauty, right? Because a lot of people feel as though the European standard of beauty is the only standard of beauty. And if you don't look that way, or have that aesthetic in any way, then you're ugly. even a lot of black people, because I questioned the validity. See, no, I don't need to question it. You need to question your validity. You need to question why you felt that this was some kind of ugly representation. I mean, it was a chunky look. You know, people just did not see it as as a serious piece because it wasn't bronze or marble or anything like that. It was made of resin and foam, that kind of thing. I thought it was a beautiful reflection, but people, aesthetic, it was the aesthetic. Outrageous proportions, the exaggerated features, the body, the braids. Oh, we just can't stand none. The nigga look. Those are the things that people have to challenge about themselves. Do you just inherently think black is ugly? Or do you inherently think fat is ugly? Or do you inherently think braids and an unapologetic stare is ugly? Those are biases that you have to face. Maybe you have. Because I get it. There's a lot of y'all out there, white folks included. Oh, you upset that we always think of y'all as big and mean. Yeah, well, that's your bias. That's not my bias. I don't think it was as big and mean. I don't think it was as brutish as somebody said. Oh, this woman is brutish. She's big. That's not necessarily the case. There's very gentle people that are big. Do you call big fat men brutish? Do you call big fat men, black men brutish? White men brutish? No. It's always a negative stereotype when it comes to the black woman. I don't get it. We had a lot of racial and cultural bias, implicit bias. Some people may feel negatively simply because the statue centers a black woman in a commanding public way. For centuries, for years, for millennia, public monuments have been white men, colonial figures. And you have an unapologetic black woman standing with her hands on her hips, thick braids. I was like, shit, we up in this piece. Because you got to see us now. And a lot of people think of it as political or forced, or you trying to make us accept something that we don't want to accept. And that's the problem. That's your bias. That's the way you think. She shouldn't be out there representing me. I'm not fat. Ugh. What is a fat woman doing up there representing me? If 80% of us are fat, 80% of black women are overweight, this is the bulk of us. That picture, that representation is the bulk of us. So she does represent us, the bulk, the majority. And people say, oh, why you saying majority? Yes, if 80% of us are overweight, that represents the majority of us black women. And the whole point is a lot of people miss the intent of the statue. And a lot of people don't know the backstory. I don't know the backstory. So if you know the backstory, maybe you think it has no context. It has no value. It has no reason to be there. Sure, we have black statues all over the country, I'm sure, of women. But have we had a lot that were fat and not distorted? This is an actual representation. No out of distorted body, head, and eyes and all. No, this is an exact replica of somebody that you know in the neighborhood. People got upset about that. Upset. Can't accept somebody you can't accept somebody that is a representation of your mother, your father, or whoever, your aunts, your uncles, whatever. Okay. And see, accepting this statue is more about me accepting myself, more about me accepting the people that I'm around or I'm related to, or who represent me out in the world. I don't want just skinny white girls or skinny light skinny girls or mixed girls or black girl. I don't want just skinny people, beautiful people with straight hair. I just don't want those people representing me. This is a part of me too. This is part of my representation too. And some people are afraid of that. Some people are embarrassed by that. I don't have no embarrassment whatsoever. Times Square, where it was put, is a loud place, commercialized. People got intimidated by seeing this towering 12-foot figure. It challenges the space, which is what a black woman always does when she walks into a room. Challenges the space. I got the biggest dick in here. And that in itself is a little bit of pride. Let me calm down, right? But we challenge that space when we walk into it. And people get upset about that. Like I explained last night. I said, when I walk in the room and I got heels on and I'm 6 foot, I intimidate white men, black men, white women, any woman that's in the place. It's been like, she bold, you brassy, but that doesn't mean I'm brutish. That doesn't mean she's brutish. It's just we're challenging the space, and there's nothing wrong with it. And she's challenging that Times Square space. And people can be upset about that, confused about that, intimidated by that, right? And then we have those people that, oh, well, shoot, oh, well, we ain't ready to accept no big girl. We ain't ready to do that. This is wild to me. In a world where we are never represented like this as we are, in a world where we are being, or people are trying to erase us, erase our contributions, erase our value. We got black people out here talking about this ain't the statue. What would you have preferred to be out there? Somebody that's light-skinned and skinny? Like Halle Berry? No. No, I would have accepted that too. I would have accepted that too. I don't care. Like shades, colors, however you want to do it. But this is an unapologetic look of us. I mean, I loved that statue. I loved it as I continue to look at it. I love it because it's something we rarely see in the public square. A powerful, unapologetic representation of me. This is why it resonated with me. I see myself reflected, even though I'm not her size or anything like that. It feels like a long overdue moment of public recognition of what I am. I belong here. I matter. And I'm monumental. That's what it says to me. Very rarely have you seen black women, unless they're symbolic, marginalized. Whoa, she rode the Underground Railroad. Whoa, she did this or she did that. This is not that. This is just a black woman standing there with her hands on her hips saying, I am here, see me. Come get some. It's a commanding 12-foot statue, and she dominates that whole space, something women are rarely allowed to do, specifically black women are rarely allowed to do. It tells you I'm here, I arrived, I'm big, I'm bold. It challenges the power dynamics in that whole space. 12 feet. There was a reason why you put 12 feet up there. There's confidence and pride in that. Her pose, the scale, height invokes strength, self-possession, defiance, qualities that people always call black women brutish or mean or ugly for, when there's beauty in that, beauty in those qualities. It celebrates black women, black womanhood. It invokes African diaspora features, hairstyles, dress, elements, things that are mostly criticized because I heard that last night. What she got on? What she wearing? What? Instead of saying, I see you, sister. I see you. They were worried about what she had on, worried about what she was wearing, worried about what she looked like, what she represented. I think y'all care more about what the fuck everybody else thinks instead of what the fuck you supposed to think. Have some black pride. She ain't out there twerking. She ain't doing none of that. She's standing there saying, see me. Rather than being sexualized like Sexy Red and Megan the Stallion, sexualized, diminished, or some kind of weird character. This statue is dignified, strength, authoritative, unapologetic. You go, girl. It's also a figure of feminist symbolism, right? A symbol of resistance. For some, it feels like a monument of activism and survival of the fittest and a generational resilience. The fact that she is a tall, unsexual, unsexualized, and only hyper commercialized in that male dominated space like Times Square makes her seem even more regal, even more powerful, like a feminist. Look, I'm standing here. I'm all that in a bag of chips. That's what it's saying to me. In that male dominated space that she's standing, the only female, black. She is some people think she is the lowest form of us. The least important of us. Which is apropos, which is very ironic because the show last night was the most hated and the least celebrated or something that if I can't think of the thing, but there we are. There it is right there. Because if you look at the scale of how people look at other human beings on this planet, the black woman is last. White women are above her. Asian women are above her. Even the white passing Mexicans are above her. She's the last one. She's the least you get excited about. And yet she is here and she's standing tall, 12 feet in Times Square. I can't do nothing but say, go ahead on, sister. You got this. She's overlooked. This is the society this is the person that they overlook, thinks she's not worthy, thinks she shouldn't be asking for anything, thinks she represents the 10 baby mamas, the 10 baby daddies and the 5 baby daddies and never getting married and always pregnant. She's always overlooked and underestimated. She's emotionally affirming of the resilience of the black woman, regardless of who holds her down. Even our black people, even the black people look at her and say she ain't no good. She need to be in the gutter. She need to stay in there. Let's kick her in the pit. I think it's a bold move. And I was moved when I saw it because it says I'm here. What does it mean to have the only black statue in that square of a woman? And she's the lowest, according to some of y'all, she's the lowest form of the black woman. Ghetto ratchet bum Keisha. How does it make you feel that we don't have your gorgeous, skinny black woman, mixed black woman, white woman? How does it make you feel to know that bum Keisha got into the Times Square, 12 feet tall, standing proud, standing black? How it make y'all feel to see her? I don't know how it make y'all feel. Make me feel like I done got it. I'm it. Don't be mad. Bunch of haters, don't be mad. Because I arrived in Times Square before you did. So now who's the most insignificant? But you chose to make a statue of me instead of you. I don't know. I don't know. Y'all mad. Stay mad. Stay mad. Standing proud, sister. Standing proud, sister. That's what you do.